Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Hunter. I'm HazzD. Last time we went out and slayed 2 Gendrone at the same time. This time I'm going to do a quest where I'm using the bowgun for the last time. But something I want to bring attention to first is that fence there, which is so thin you can barely see it anymore, even though if I just move slightly down, you can now see it's a fence again. I don't know why, it just suddenly becomes dots on the screen. That's a bit weird. Never mind, let's head out on our quest, because, well, obviously that's what we're going to do next, because what else will we be doing? I don't know, frying eggs maybe? Or, I don't know, having a party, but never mind. This is our quest. We're doing Attack the Giant Bugs. The reward is 400 Zenny. It's in the jungle. So if I go over here, it's Slay, 30 Vespoids. This is a good opportunity to get Vespoid materials and one other monster. It's a type of materials, so that's pretty nice. Both of them are kind of hard to get materials off. And once I get in there, I'll explain a bit more how the best way to get materials from them are, because as you might know, Vespoids, they die and explode into a load of bits, so it's kind of hard to harvest them. The Requester is the jungle envoy. My village is under attack by a swarm of 30 bug monsters. Please help! They're weak individually, formidable in a group, so they're overrun with bugs, they've got a pest problem. It's time to fumigate some pests, so let's head out on a quest. The bowgun on my back is a new bowgun I haven't covered yet. It's the Sandstorm, the one made of Cephalos materials. It's a very fast bowgun. As it says in its description, it's very fast, so it's one of the best light bowguns in the game. Also, as I said in its bio, it uses so many types of ammo that it's fantastic for this quest. But first, I want to head to the chest, because I want to grab up a couple of things. So I'm going to grab... what am I going to grab? I'll grab the rations first, because my inventory is incredibly full. If I come in here, it's already full with just that, so I'm going to down these rations and then go over some of the things I have with me. So it's down these, down another, and then go back to the chest because I want to grab some health, because even though Vespoids are quite weak, they can do a lot of damage if there's lots of them over time. I'll quickly have a look at my equipment details. So the Sandstorm, it's got 120 attack. I haven't upgraded it because I kind of ran out of money after the last time when I made that Ioprey armor. Never mind, we're only using it for one quest, so it's not too bad. It's a very fast reloading speed, and as you can see, it uses a lot of different types of ammo. I mean, it uses nearly all of them except the higher level stuff. And Dragon Shot, obviously, because nothing uses that in the entire game. I've got the battle armor again because I don't really have any other better armor for gunners. I've got hot drinks and potions because I may go into the caves and I might want some hot drinks. Well, on stakes, as always, flash bombs. There is something interesting I want to show off when you use a flash bomb on a Vespoid. Small bone husks and Ioprey fangs, huskberries and toadstools to make the bowgun ammo that's really useful for this quest. So if I go in here, you can see I've got poison shot, level 1. Poison shot can be made if I go into my references and combo list and go this way. You can see that poison shot level 1 is made with toadstool and huskberries, a 90% chance of success. Poison shot level 2 is made with small bone husk and Ioprey fangs, 75% chance of success. So I've just brought the combo books with me, so this is easier. So if I take out this and then get it in my sights and hit it with that, there we go, down in one shot, and I can harvest it now. So that's quite nice. So there we go, I've got a Vespoid wing, but I've got no space. What am I going to get rid of? Let's get rid of the map, because we all know what the jungle looks like. So now that I've shown off that's what you do with those, I want to use disc stones, because this is the last chance we're going to get to use them. And I want to show off what they do. Let's get a shot. Wow, they have a lot of kickback. They don't do a whole lot of damage apparently, but they have a lot of kickback. Okay, this will be easier if I aim it. So as you can see, they ping off and they could hit other monsters. There were other monsters, but never mind. That's just what they do. They have a lot of recoil and they bounce quite a bit. So you could do a lot of recoiling damage against a bigger monster, but I'm not going to do that. So there we go, taking down another one. I'm going to carve up a couple of them and probably, I don't know, now that I've got rid of the disc stones, I probably have a little bit more space. Something else I want to show off is that if I come over here where there's a few more of them maybe, and then flash bomb them like that, they'll drop to the floor. And if I leave that guy alone until he's regained consciousness and take out some other ones maybe, Where is he? There we go. He's now on the floor and he's crawling around, so that's kind of weird. I don't quite get why they have that animation. I mean, it resembles a different monster that if I can find one, I'll go over. And I'm kind of spoiling the surprise when I find one, so let's just take these guys down until they appear. And as you can see, these guys are slowly whittling me away, and there's the monster in question. That there is a Hornetaur. They're ground-based, sort of Vespoid-like monsters with a thicker shell, easily damaged. There are usable materials left to harvest them once they're killed. There are usable materials. That doesn't make any sense. There's normally not usable materials. Am I reading that wrong? Never mind. Let's move on. But if you can sap their health gradually, and then it cuts off there, I don't know why. Well, I know why. They want to keep it suspense and try not tell you that you have to use poison to take them down. They're pretty much exactly the same as the Vespoids. So their weakness is poison, and they're just going to ram and jump into you like that and just be a pain. I think this is the first time we've seen them, so yeah, you don't get any sort of quest. You don't get any more kills towards your quest. If you kill them, they're just there to annoy you. They're not Vespoids. So they're another type of monster that you can get armor for. I'm going to go over their armor probably after this, since this is the best chance to get them, and it's flying there apparently. That's a little weird. You don't normally see them flying. Where's that Vespoid gone? There he is. Or it. I don't really know what gender it is. Hit you with that and take you down. So now that I've done that, let's carve you up. Probably going to stop poisoning them and carving them because it's kind of taking a long time. So since we've got 30 of them to kill, I'm going to head into this cave here. Actually, I'll take that one out first. I've got, let's use some piercing shots. So I think they'll take them down in one shot if I'm lucky. And if I hit, go on, come back here, you. This is the problem. They're going to take a while to find. So they're flying around. Where is he? There he is. He is. Go. He's not down. He's not down. Wow. These do less damage than poison shots. That's kind of weird. But never mind. As you can see, my health has gone down quite a bit there. So I'm going to heal up. And then head into this cave because there's going to be a lot of them in there. Probably should reload before heading in. So let's reload. And go in. Here we go. You'll probably notice there's quite a big difference between... Okay, there's none in here. I thought there'd be a lot in here, but apparently it's just full of these guys. So yeah, this is a good place to get their armor if you're looking to get their materials. I'm hoping there'll be some in the next area, so let's head there and see if there are. So yeah, this is a good quest to get that armor. And I can't quite remember... Oh, I remember what I was saying. I was saying that the reload speed for this is quite a bit better. You may notice that. So let's take these guys down with pellet shots because they're easy to take down a lot of stuff. And the same thing. So let's just do that. Bam, bam. Didn't quite take that one down. Oh well. Let's try and get more in aim. Okay, I missed everything, I think. Oh no, I got one. There we go. There's a couple more. So yeah, pellet shots, really good for taking these guys out in a hurry. If you want to harvest them, you're going to have to use poison though. Let's take those down. Poison level 2, I wouldn't say it's really worth it for this quest because, well, they're not exactly the most powerful, so it's not exactly required to take them down. Poison's level 2 is kind of more important for bigger monsters later in the game. So there we go, we're now down to 10, so that's pretty nice. That's just how effective pellet shot is. That's really, really good. So let's jump down here off this cliff and not die somehow. I don't know if I've alluded to the fact that you have no falling damage in this game. I don't know why you don't, but you just don't. It's kind of weird, but never mind. This game has its quirks, has its little things, so let's head into this area, and I'm hoping there'll be some more in here because I haven't seen that many. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully this will do, and we'll be able to finish this quest with these guys. Let's take it down. So yeah, this quest can either be really quick or really long, depending on whether or not you're coming here to get their materials. If you are, this will probably take a little bit longer. And okay, took him down. And took that one down. Right, you guys are up next. Didn't quite get that one in shot. And there we go, 5 left to defeat. Something else that's quite nice is because they're quite fast, pellet shots can hit them pretty much as long as they're in front of you within a certain range. So that's really nice. So pellets is definitely the way to go with this quest. So let's take these guys down, come back here, you. And again, and again. There we go. Took quite a few shots to take him down. And let's reload. There's a lot of them on shot now, so let's take them down. There we go. Take that guy down. So there we go, we've done it. Can I hit that? No, I can't hit that lobster with a shot. I was seeing if I could, but I can't hit it. It's just going to run away just all over the place. I still don't get these lobsters. They just run away all over the place. They're just weird. I don't get why they added that, but then didn't add a mailing space in this place. I don't know why they didn't add that. I still don't get why they didn't complete that. It's probably time restraints. I'm not a video game designer yet, even though I want to study to become one. That's kind of my goal in life. My true goal, if I had a video game goal for life, well, life is a big game in some people's eyes. It would be my goal to become a video game designer. So, that aside, let's get back to the game of Monster Hunter. What's really important here, wow, I just said a video game is more important than real life. To some people that may be true, me, not so much. But never mind, let's just run around, and after that only taking 5 or so minutes, that's not too bad. I thought this quest would take a little bit longer. It probably would take a little bit longer if you had gone out and collected their materials. And that guy's slowly coming towards me. The lobster's closing in. And now it's run away. Never mind. Quest is complete. We are done with these guys. We hopefully won't have to come back and get more. Actually, we may have to come back and get some of their materials for something quite late in the game. So something I would suggest, even if you're not going to wear this Vespoid piece of armor, I would suggest at least making one piece. Just one piece will do. You don't have to wear it. It can just sit in your box as long as you've got one piece of it. After 5-star in the after game, it's going to become important to have it. So just a bit of a word of advice. If you want to get that after game sort of secret thing, you're going to have to get it. But for now, I'm going to cut to the weapons and armor we can now make using Vespoid materials and Hornetaur materials. So, cutting to that. Okay, and today we've only got armor bios, so to start off with we have Vespoid armor, Blade Master Vespoid armor that is. As you can see, it's got 45 defense, which is pretty fantastic, so that's very nice. Not quite as high as Eye of Prey, but still very nice. It's got a weakness to fire, so be careful, there are going to be a lot of monsters with fire in a little bit. Water resistance, again, not exactly all that much, but then again there will be one monster at 5-star with water, so you're going to want to be careful about that. Thunder, there is no weakness, so that's alright. Dragon, you won't see that, so that's completely unimportant. This is more of one of those ones that you'd use late online game when you would actually face monsters with dragon elements, so this isn't really one of those ones you use offline. However, I would suggest getting at least one piece of it for something after game. Before I move on to the Gunner armor, I want to make note that both Blade Master and Gunner armor have the immunity to sleep ability, which is pretty good for one quest late, well, after 5 stars, so late game. This is a decent ability, but you're only going to use it once, plus that monster uses fire, so this may not be the best combination. So this ability is probably not best paired up with Vespoid armor when it's weak to fire, so to each their own. Let's move on to the Gunner armor. Okay, and looking at the Gunner armor, as you can see, it's got lower defense. It's only got 25 defense, which is still alright for Gunner armor at this point, but not great. Still has its weakness to fire, but not quite as high. Still weakness to water, but not quite as high. It now has a resistance to thunder, so if you're looking for a set of armor that has a resistance to thunder, this would be quite good. Won't be able to use it in conjunction with its ability immunity to sleep, since there is no monster with electricity or thunder element and the sleep ailment, so you won't be able to use those in par. But that's all I have to say about the Vespoid armor, so moving on to our next set of armor. And as you may have guessed, it's the Blade Master Hornetaur armor. As you can see, this has a massive 60 defense when you have the full set, so that is fantastic. However, it does share the weakness to fire and water as the Vespoids. It has the immunity to, well, not immunity, but the resistance to dragon, which you won't see, so that's not really important. It has a different ability. It has the ability immunity to poison, so that's slightly better than immunity to sleep, just because of how much you'll see poison more than sleep, so that's quite good. However, that may not be useful in the long run, since a lot of monsters from here out use fire, so that may not be good, may be good. It depends on your opinion, whether you want that ability or not. So that's all I have to say about the Blade Master armor, but moving on to the Gunner armor. Okay, moving on to the Gunner armor. As you can see, it has 35 defense, which is fantastic for a set of Gunner armor at this point, so that's pretty good. As you can see, it shares the same weaknesses as the Vespoid Gunner armor, so if you're looking for one or the other, this one's probably the better one just because of its ability and just generally it has higher defense for both sets of armor. It is quite difficult to get in comparison to Vespoid though, because Hornetaur, they require 10 wings and 5 shells compared to Vespoid just needing 10 wings, so this one's quite a bit harder to get. Plus it costs quite a bit more. I think it's nearly double how much the Vespoid set of armor is to cost, so obviously it's going to be slightly better. This may be one of those ones intended for later in the game. However, I don't really think you'll see Hornetaurs much at all later on in the game, so that's a bit weird, but never mind. That's all I have to say on both Hornetaur and Vespoid armor, so back to the video. Okay, and now that we covered those weapon and armor bios, we're back in the village, and I think it's finally time to shelve the light bowgun, the heavy bowgun, dual swords, and sword and shield, even though some of those were already shelved, because from here on out, I don't think they're going to be doing either enough damage or fulfilling the purpose we need, because they simply just take way too long to do quests with, so we're not going to be seeing those much anymore. Maybe in a bonus episode, maybe just showing things off. I'm still covering weapon bios for the ones that we haven't got yet, so if there's still some that we haven't covered, I'll be covering them, but for now we won't be seeing them much anymore. Instead we'll be seeing lances and great swords a lot. I know I've only used those a couple of times, maybe once or twice each, so that's not a whole lot, but we're going to be seeing them a lot more. Hammers, we'll still see them a little bit, but not as much. I think we're only going to be doing 2 quests with them in the rest of the main story up until the end of 5 stars, so if you like the hammer, we're not going to be seeing it much anymore. But for now, I'd say that's enough for this episode, so until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. Next time, we'll be doing the last 4-star quest, so look forward to that. And until then, I've been HazzD, so I'll see you next time.